Get in, losers. We're going to talk about Football Manager. Different way of starting a video, I guess. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to FairlyDeterminedFM. It's about that time in the release cycle when content creators, such as yours truly, are looking at putting out a features for the next edition of Football Manager video thing. And I thought about doing one. But all the things that I want to see, I talked about in the last one I did for Football Manager 23, none of them came in, so they're all the same, really. So if you want to know my thoughts on what I think should be in Football Manager 24, go and watch that video. But what I wanted to talk about in this video are some smaller changes. Quality of life changes. So I'm not going to be talking about the graphics or the match engine or the set piece creator or the interaction system or anything like that. I'm just going to be talking about small little changes that I think would make my life, certainly, much, much happier. And really, that's what we all care about, isn't it? My life being much, much happier. So, strap in. Let's get started. What is that? Is that the shadow? Oh, it's the shadow of this bloody thing. I don't want that on my chest. Get out of it. So the first one is game settings. A couple of game settings specifically. Firstly, the camera angles in the matches, right? So here is my Brighton & Hove Albion save. We're playing Leeds, and this is how everything is set up. Here we go. I'll just pause the action, you know, because you don't really care about this. It's just going on in the background while I'm getting footage for this video. So I always play with these settings. The sideline camera, camera height way down, camera zoom near the top, key highlights, a little bit above faster, and then everything else like whack right at the top. Replays on, but only for certain replay events, and direct to camera, right? So I play with that all the time. But when you start a brand new save, that all gets wiped out and it goes back to this. Here we go. I've just started a new save as the manager of Chelsea, just to illustrate my point. Everything has changed. Now we've got director on the thing. So all the camera settings have changed. It's really annoying. I would like to be able to just set that at the top level. Hit the mic. The mic's causing me all sorts of problems today. Get out of it, Mike. I would like to be able to set that at the top level, at a game level setting, or a system level setting rather, and then never have to think about it again. It's a very small thing, it's very trivial, but it would make me so much happier. But there are also some settings that I would like to be able to set at a save level, specifically the attribute ranges. Let's pick a good player. Let's get Mason Mount. There we go. Right, so I've currently got my attribute ranges set up like this with these colors, and that's all fine, whatever. Right, so preferences. In the preferences, you go to where is it? This is another thing. Just sort these menus out would be nice. They're a bit of a mess. So for this save, I've got, well, not for this save because that's not how it works, and that's what I'm complaining about. At the moment, my attribute ranges are set up like this. Excellent is 15, 12 is good, and 10 is average, which is fine for a save where I'm managing a club like Chelsea because the players have those sorts of ranges. You know, we are looking at world-class players. But what happens when I go to my Worthing save, for instance? Worthing, need I remind you, are in the Vanarama National South. Here we are in my Worthing save, which I haven't really gotten very far with, as you can see. Go to preferences, I'll just approve the point. 15, 12, and 10, right? Who's our best player? There we go. Jean-Luc, who's injured. That's handy. Jean-Luc. Those attribute ranges do not work. He looks terrible based on those attribute ranges, and he's not. He's the best player in our team. So what I have to do is then go and I'm not going to do it because I'm going to have to change it back for my actual saves that I'm playing. Oh, I'm going to do it. Right, so excellent threshold rating for this level is probably about 12, right? Good. Probably 9, and an average attribute 7, shall we say? You know? So we do that. Load all the image data for the new skin and all my face packs and all that sort of stuff. Takes a little while. There we go. Suddenly, he doesn't look quite so terrible. If you're anything like me, you've got several saves going at any given time, and having to switch between the two, or having to switch between the attribute ranges, depending on which save you're currently in, it's a minor annoyance, but it's bloody annoying. So I'd like those things to be fixed. I'd just like some config settings to be able to be set either at a system level, so they apply to all of your games, or at save level, so they apply to each save individually. That would be amazing. This is one that I've definitely seen on the forums, but it's the ability to multi-praise players or multi-criticize players. I can praise Alex Scott for his training thing here, just with 1, 2 clicks, 3 clicks, right? Done. But if I now want to go and praise Evan Ferguson, I've got to click into Evan Ferguson, I've got to go to discuss, I've got to go to, I can't praise his training. And I can't even praise his training. Let's try with Andre. Click on Andre, go to discuss, praise training and development. Done really well in training. For this screen, once you've praised Alex Scott, sack him off, move the next one up, let him be praised, sack him, and so on and so forth. You can, and I know you can do this, if you go into individual, you can select, I won't do Alex Scott and Andre because I've already done them already, but you can highlight a bunch of players and then do it here, which is fine. Like it's fine. It's just extra clicks, isn't it? I don't know why we don't just have a button up here that says praise training, and then you just praise all the players you selected all at once, and it would work the same with criticizing. And then if there are conversations that have to be, because sometimes when you praise a player, they're like, well, I don't really agree with you. That can happen separately, or that can just be the feedback for the train. You don't have to carry that conversation on, do you? You can just say, I think you've trained very well, and they can go, I don't agree with you, and then that's it. You don't need more interaction. Submenus, right? Let's see if I can generate this one. So I think the UI could do with a little bit of a tweak. I mean, the UI could definitely do with a little bit of tweak, but this specifically, oh yeah, here we go. Look, if I have a look now at like Moises Caicedo, look how good, like, because I've changed those attribute ranges to work with the players I've got at Worthing, look how ridiculous he looks. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. The callback to a previous quality of life update that I've already talked about. Anyway, I think the drop down menus are a little bit twitchy to your mouse sensitivity. So like you can go on to the things, but if you come off it, it all sort of like disappears, and if you're like me and it's all a bit twitchy, and then you do that and then you get and it all disappears again and again. I'd quite like that to be a little bit less sensitive, perhaps. This also feels like a whinge. This just feels like I'm whinging now, but it's, what time is it? It's 5:45 on a Monday evening. I'm whinging. Let me whinge. Yeah, it's just a bit fiddly. So they've all disappeared. And now what if I want to do that and then go goalkeeper and defend? And I think you should only click off like the main menu does. Like the main menu's not disappearing as I'm moving my mouse around, but when you click off it does. So why don't the sub menus do that? That just doesn't. I'd like that fixed. That would be nice to be fixed as well. This is just a whingy video because I'm filling time basically until the manager's journey starts back up. So I'm just whinging. Like the video, like the whinge. And then the last one. This one is actually not a whinge. This is a real one, and it is partly something I've talked about already in my 5 changes for FM23 video. Presets. I would love to be able to set some presets. The scouting presets one is an absolute must, because we have a look, right? Have a look at some of these scout things. 15 to 19 Portugal there. Can I get into that? Right, so any position from any tactic, age range of 15 to 19, this minimum current ability, this minimum potential ability. The only thing here is specifically looking at Portugal. I've got the same one set up for Germany, France and Spain. It's the exact same setup, right? Croatia, Austria, Serbia, it's the same setup. I'm using the same criteria for a lot of these for a lot of these recruitment focuses. So if I'm a bigger club and I'm sending individual scouts to individual countries, and let's say I've got 25 scouts or whatever, something ridiculous, and I want them to all look for the same player profile and the same type of players and the same criteria, I've got to set that up 25 times. Why? Let me set it up once and then say, right, this scout, go to this country, this preset, this focus, and just do it that way. But that's one preset I'd like sorted out. And then this one came to me the other day because I had to sort out on a different save. I had to sort out a lot of staff. I joined the club. There weren't many staff available. I had to sign a load. I was looking for specific coaches, right? So defending, let's say I'm doing this now for Brighton for real. Defending tactical is I've only got 3 stars in that coaching category. To find a defending tactical coach, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to new search. I'm going to hit coach. These are all the coaches that are available. I can further sort that, with defending here, and then I can go, this guy's got like 19 in defending. He's probably good at defending tactical. But I don't know. What I can do then is go to the attributes, highlight the key roles for the attributes, go to coach roles, go to coach, go to defending tactical, and then it gives me the attributes that are needed for that specific role. And there we go, Miguel de Agostino. He's not the one that was at the top of the list, but he is apparently a very good defending tactical coach. Why don't we just have in the staff role under coaching, under coach, another drop down thing over here on the left? I might try and do some smart stuff in the edit. Hey!
But imagine there's another box here on the left-hand side or the right-hand side that has got all the different coach types you can have: defending, tactical, defending, technical, possession, strength, all of those. And then just have it, when you select that, it just does this for you. You know, so you don't have to go, I want to coach, oh, and then I want to go and get these attributes. Just have it pickable from the drop down. They love drop downs. Just add more stuff to the drop downs. I think the main ones were the attribute ranges. That one really annoys me because it's such a small thing. It's such a small thing to have to do that it feels like it shouldn't be so annoying as it is, but it really is. There we go then. So those are the small quality of life changes that I would make to Football Manager to just make things a little bit easier and a little bit better, I think. Make my life better. And as I've said at the start of the video, that's what we're all here for, isn't it? Making my life better. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Leave a like on the video. The button I think is down on this side of the screen. Yes, it will be, because you're looking at me from this. Yeah, so it'll be down on this side of the screen. And also, the subscribe button's down there as well, so click that too. And I'll see you back here. Some more Football Manager stuff soon. All the best. Cheers. Bye.